2K, 4K. Sounds Spanish. 4K? No, but what's the difference? Well, folks, as with everything that I record here for you, I'm going to today try to explain to you what I've learned about making videos, shooting in 2K versus 4K, what's the difference, what's involved. But before that, I want to welcome you to my humble off-grid homestead in the forest. Today I'm recording this from my sort of a, what do you call it, solarium, greenhouse, covered porch, whatever you want to call it. I will shoot a video of this space soon, so you can see it's got a lot of windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 smaller windows, and then 2 picture windows, all in something like 100 square feet. So back to the different recording qualities. When I bought this camera, I had no idea what I was doing. I had heard about this 4K, 4K, 4K. Alright, so it means it's sharper. So I went ahead and I don't think I did anything. It was already set. The factory setting was on 4K. So I started making videos and uploading them to the laptop, and then all of a sudden a message came up saying that my hard drive is almost full. And this isn't a new computer, but it had 256 gigabytes on it. I only use it for maybe pictures. I don't have a ton, very little, hardly any music. I don't play any video games. There's nothing recorded on it. So I started panicking, calling the manufacturer, what's going on, looking up on sites to see what people are saying. And finally the manufacturer, when I got a hold of them, they said they did I don't know what you call it, but they can take over your computer with your permission. And then they showed me why it was that much, and then they told me that the videos that I was making for you were taking, because they were shot in 4K, they were taking something like a gig or 3 gigs for every 5 minutes. And some of these videos, if you haven't seen them, they're over an hour long. What the heck? What do I do now? So then I was into a frenzy trying to figure out how to compress them. Finally found the site. It takes so long trying to compress them, especially if your computer is already loaded with all this. You've slowed down the processing power of it. I didn't know that, and so it's taking forever to first, if you're somewhat technically challenged, I had to go through all the steps to find out how to do one step at a time. That company, that software that's supposed to compress, it wasn't as easy as compress this file and it's done. You have to say how slow, from what size to what size, where to put it, from what folder, a whole bunch of other stuff that I never thought it would be this complicated at this time and age. Time and day and age, whatever. So then I had to learn how to transfer them into an external hard drive to store them for such time that, like now, when it's I can't really be outside anymore, so now I can work on them, trying to figure out if everything, watch them, trying to figure out if everything's okay, and then upload them into YouTube. So, long story short, if you're only shooting still shots, like pictures, JPEG, go ahead and shoot it in 4K. Go ahead and shoot it in 8K, whatever, 16, 100K, because they don't take nearly as much space as video does. But if you're not a professional videographer, this is not somebody's wedding, I'm just shooting how I live around our off-grid property in the forest. It's nothing earth-shattering. This is not going to win an Oscar, kind of thing. I don't even know if anyone will even watch any of these. So it's not important at all for it to be shot at 4K. So then I had to go and do some research and find out that yes, you can shoot it in 2K, and then you can maybe compress it and not lose quality, and then also when you go to upload it onto YouTube, it takes forever to go. I mean, I only recently got high-speed internet, so that's why I'm watching some documentaries and I thought you might be interested in what I'm doing here. But the point is that uploading anything, even 5-10 minutes, takes so much more bandwidth than downloading anything. Downloading being like streaming. If you're watching something, let's talk about YouTube. If you're watching something on YouTube or Netflix or whatever, I'm not trying to advertise for these folks, but companies. But if you're watching something, streaming it, it takes maybe a fraction of the bandwidth, the gigabytes that if you have limited, than if you were to be uploading it onto the cloud or wherever. And so if you only have a limited amount of gigs a month, you don't want to waste it on something, I don't want to say trivial, but something that's not that important. So now I've learned how to shoot at a lower rate of or lower quality, which is not low, it's still 2K, and then put it up on the cloud, which is, by the way, another thing. The cloud that we've been talking about for 20 years or however long, 10, 20 years, is not literally a cloud in the sky. These are all data centers that are physical buildings somewhere. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure a lot of people already know this by now, and they're very power consuming, and they give off a lot of heat. They need to be cooled, all that stuff. So if for any of you who's shooting in 4K and higher quality and then uploading it, obviously, because a lot of people are just uploading it, it's all about getting subscribers and whatever. So it takes power for it to go from your house to uploading it there, and then once there, I don't know, I heard something like there's a new video every minute, something like that. Imagine if everyone's shooting in 4K, how much power those data centers are going to require for storage, to store those things. And that's, I mean, we point a finger at every company, every government, every, the polluters and the, who I'm talking about. And yet, when it comes to ourselves, they say for every finger that you're pointing at someone, there's three fingers pointing back at yourself. This is really one way to reduce our impact, in terms of power, because this is an off-grid building, but so we do laundry, whatever, we move with the season, with the time, with the sun, with the whatever, whenever something's available to us. But at home, if you always want your house at a certain temperature, too hot, too cold, or colder or hotter than it needs to be, and if you're leaving your lights on all the time. So this is why the power generation companies have to always have power available to folks who are on the grid, because they never know when you feel like doing your laundry now. You want to upload that's 4K, 6K, 8K now, and so it needs to be available now. We live in times where we want everything on demand. We want it now. In fact, it's just called on demand. I'm not judging. I'm just saying we need to reduce collectively. We need to reduce our usage of whatever power, our wants, our, if it's not important, then 2K is still pretty good. I watched other people's videos that are not 4K, and I can't tell. And I'm guessing if you're shooting a movie, you want to be detailed, or if you're shooting a picture, you want it to be detailed. I get that, but an hour long of someone in the forest walking around talking about trees, I don't need to be doing that in 4K. I mean, if there was ever a time when they can shrink it or compress it in while it's being uploaded, and then bring it out while you watch it, and then re-shrink it, recompress it when they go to put it in storage, that shouldn't be long. Hopefully, a timeline to wait for. But right now, every step takes so long to do. And also, if someone else trying to watch, say you upload this video for someone else to watch, and say they have limited internet gigabytes, and have a care also for them, just because you have all this maybe unlimited, it doesn't mean someone else has it. And then so now you've reduced your viewership. So someone goes to click on your video and says, "Oh my God, 4K! I can't afford to watch that. It takes too much of my gigabytes, my limited monthly gigabytes." You see. I think you see what I'm saying. I hope. So, if you're a content creator, I'm learning these terminology. Shoot it make your videos at a lower rate, please, so that we can watch it, so that you can upload it, so that the data centers or whatever storage centers don't have to work so hard in keeping them, and everyone will be happy. I will thank you for doing that. Okay, so that's it for now, but I want you to tell me if there's any new discoveries that I don't know about. I'm interested. I mean, I'm not very technical. I may not be able to do it myself, but I'm interested in learning. I mean, I'm pretty ignorant, but like the kind of ignorant that not by choice. I mean, if I can learn it, I like to learn it from whoever, and then brainstorm with me. I would like to know where are you watching this video from. What else would you like to know about off-grid living? I hear recently there was an American election. They're saying some people are moving to Canada. I don't really know if I believe that, but if you need help moving here to New Brunswick or Canada, I might be able to be of some assistance. Whatever. Just let me know what there's a comment thing below, as they say. Write down whatever you want to write down. But please be kind, please be nice, not just to me, to someone else. Not everybody knows so much. I don't. So forgive my ignorance if I've got anything wrong in this video or any other videos. Anyway, thank you for watching.